Clear? Any doubt? Acha, Vashisht, are you in coverage area? Can you take 3 to 5 minutes and just explain that how you do this business? Is it there? Good. Karthik is very good in doing research. Karthik is good. 80 acres.
Yes. Vasisth is there in the group.
Is there, but I think he still is unable to unmute himself. So anyway, whenever he will get good coverage, he will unmute. Let's go and start our debate. So debate, I will put the theme and then somebody brief people and then we will take it forward. I don't want to repeat myself 20 times. What will happen is I will do the opening. Then everybody will put their point, whichever side they have taken. Once that finishes, then we will divide into two groups, two rooms we will create. In one room, 7 people, another room, 5, 6 people. And there we will make sure that everybody, one party from each segment has gone. Not everybody is gone, right? So we have 3 CEOs. So each group will have at least one CEO. Same thing goes with the environmentalist, same thing goes with the, you know, and wherever there will be weaker segment, I will intervene. I will give the arguments around that party. Okay? This is how it will work. Now, who wants to do the briefing on what is your topic? Because there were 10 topics discussed. 2 topics specifically got discussed, Mirzapur and,
Omkar will describe.
No, Devakar sir will.
You describe.
Mirzapur, Kalin Bhaiya. I know only one thing, Kalin Bhaiya from Mirzapur. That's it, which comes on Amazon. The rest of it, I don't know.
Actually, I was interested in Mirzapur because there is a lot of role being played by the government. So that's why, as I'm a government representative,
Yes,
I'll be playing the role play. So
indeed.
that's why I was.
Indeed. Now, here also you will find several scope. Just understand that where you want to put the button. And good, you are a mediator, you are arbitrator, right? Eventually, a government will be only, you can play a role of spreading the goods around. Now, we will start right away. And the briefing, who wants to do the briefing? Instead of me doing the briefing, somebody who knows the topic, give the briefing. Go ahead. Karthik, Omkar, or Deepak, who wants to do the briefing? And I will be silent audience today. Completely silent. Only somebody really, some department is getting really weak. I will come and support him. That's it.
Okay, I'll do the briefing.
Go ahead.
So today we are debating, and it will be a role play kind of thing. And the topic for this debate is the Dharavi Redevelopment project. That was the project was handed over to Adani for development, and the debate will be revolving around this.
Perfect.
We'll be having representatives from 4 sectors basically. One will be the CEO, another one is government or the representative, environmental activist, and academia
Perfect.
to put their own views about this.
Perfect. So in CEO, we have 3 people, and I will take their name, who are the CEOs. And I see Bej is also back. So Bej is there, Bhumika is there, and Govardhan is there. In academia, we have Nitya, Vinit, and Karthik. In government representative, we have Divakar, Omkar, and Amit. And in environmental side, we have Apipsa, Praveen, and Deepak. Now we have 3 each, so we'll create 3 groups. But first, we'll go in round, right? So one person from each segment, starting with CEO, he will put his, points, opening points, not beyond 1 minute. So do it little fast if required, but 1 minute, you have to pitch in that what you are trying to say and what you are thinking about it. That's it. Keep it in very simple words, right? Every one person. So one person from CEO side will be speaking, industry side will be speaking, then the second side, third side, fourth side. Again, it will repeat because we have 3 different groups. Clear? Everyone. Start from the CEO. I think Govardhan, you are the first leader who should be starting. Go ahead.
Regarding Dharavi redevelopment project, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Dharavi, we have agreed, right? Which one we have agreed? Karthik, you are the one who knew which one.
Dharavi project.
Dharavi. Go ahead.
Yeah. I, being the CEO, I want to develop a good standard of living for the community over there and provide them with good facilities such as proper sanitation, drinking water, and good roads and their well-being. So I thought I'll do that project. And all the regulations will be met by according to the environmental compliance. And at the same time, I am making profit, a small amount of profit from that.
Yeah. Is this it from your side?
Yeah.
Okay. Next CEO, try to even put a point. Next CEO, try to put a point relating to alienating other people's worry as well. Okay. Go ahead, next person. Environmental activist, go ahead. Yeah, just.
I'll should I go?
Yes, Abhipsa, you can go. Abhipsa, go ahead.
Okay. So the one of the major reasons is a issue. It's not really an environmental issue as we were thinking about. It's a very moral issue we are going through, and the issues always faced when there's a name of development. So while I was reading Adani's page, unka he said ki why he's doing this Dharavi resettlement program and all of that. He said it's to restore dignity. Again, while reading, I found so many controversies about it. About 10 lakh people live in Dharavi slums in the 650 acres of area. 10 lakh people live, and about only 1 lakh of them are eligible for the resettlement. In again, when the redevelopment happens, they will be allowed to live there. So the other 9 lakh, what is up there? They will be given some outskirts areas and all of that. But the problem here comes because Dharavi is not just a place of living; it's a place of their own livelihood also. People live there and work there as small scale industries and leather or pottery and many else. So जब resettlement हुआ बैठ के fifth floor में बैठ के they can't make their own kiln and they can't work as they previously worked before. And recently एक और किस्सा हुआ कि I really don't know about Mumbai and much. So what I was studying, thousands of resettlement work be held in Deonar. Deonar is a landfill site. Landfill site in Deonar. So that is said कि वहां पे जो दूसरे 9 लाख लोग हैं, they will go there. मतलब था उसमें से एक part they will go there. But the resettlement there is planned. There is, as it is a landfill area, there is no EIA done. There is no permission taken from. Yes, as Bhumika is right. There is no EIA done just for a basic area to if it is ready. Acceptable for human living and conditions and all. There is no what we say allow नहीं किया गया है, कंट्रोल पोल्यूशन बोर्ड से भी अलाउंस नहीं लिया गया, कुछ नहीं लिया गया, and there is no comment on it. There are many other issues we can talk about. For a while, I'll just say this.
Okay, so let's now hear from academia. What do you see as a challenge or opportunity here as academia? Who is the?
I'll start with.
Yeah, Karthik, go ahead.
So as a person from the academia, I see the facts. So I try to rationalize both the sides. So if you see from the side of Dharavi, actually they have an issue. I mean, there is a demand. They require a better standard of living. They are yeah, they've already raised their voices over this issue several times. But they are now protesting against this development project of Adani. That is because of the uh, lack of transparency that they feel in the in this project, as well as as Aditya was saying, they are also worried about the loss of their livelihood. It is not. I mean, the project says that not everyone will be uh, allocated in given uh, new houses in the same way. There are certain criteria which makes certain people eligible and certain people not eligible, and the number that they have estimated is also not very accurate. The census that they claim uh, to have to calculate these, segregations, it was not properly done. So people are not satisfied with the explanation that they get from the company for this kind of project. So I feel like if the company decides to make a proper awareness among this locality, it might help uh, the people of Dharavi maybe decide on if it is actually used. It will actually make their life better by going with this project. That's
Okay. Okay. So now we should have the last party to the game, which is government or regulator. Your version, please.
Should I,
Diwakar.
Divakarji, start
Okay.
or?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so firstly, as a government or ministry representative, it is our responsibility to also look at India's sustainable, India's development goals, and these are pursued in alignment with the environment, keeping in mind the environment as well. We have, as a government representative, we have taken note of what the environmental activists or uh, the CEOs of the company are saying about, and where it is. Also, while looking at the environmental side, it is important. It is very important to keep in mind the infrastructure development, and this push is necessary even for jobs, clean energy, and eradicating poverty that is predominant in the Dharavi area. But this should be also done keeping in mind that we are taking care of the environment and sustainable development as well.
Okay, good. So we have one round done. Now, second CEO. Who is going second? Okay, Bhumika, go ahead.
Okay.
So as much as I have read about Dharavi Redevelopment Project, I think from the perspective of sustainability in a social aspect, the redevelopment project is a very good idea, considering that people will get good sanitation facilities, good living standard, and the upliftment in their lifestyle. Also, it also, of course, is a very big project, and so there is a lot of complexities involved considering environment and other, just as Abhiksha mentioned, DONR landfills, where they are going to build some partial infrastructure and provide the, and also they have this not giving equal not giving equal living standard to everyone, or some will be allocated different localities and everything. But see, if considered from the company's point of view, they need to filter it, because it is a very huge amount of investment and considering infrastructure and everything. So they will have to filter the criteria to provide different location and different living standard to the people, and they cannot give equal things to everyone. So that's why I feel that these economic settlements they are providing in respect to Dharavi development, when they are going to uh, you know do the project, and so उनको resettlement देने के लिए, तो ये the idea of considering and filtering is also uh, somewhere justified. Secondly, if they are doing any infrastructure construction at DNR landfill and also considering salt pans, they are definitely going to do it in a government after the government clearance and everything is done. The project is in an initial stage and it has the span of 17 years of completion. So till then, they will definitely do all the required documentation and environmental impact assessment, and even only and only after the clearance they may continue with the project, or they may consider different ideas during the development of the project. So this is my point as from the CEO perspective.
Okay, good. So environmental activist, second one.
I will speak, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
So we spoke about the redevelopment in Dharavi, which is being taken up by Adani. So to look at Mumbai geographically, is this an attempt, to have another location being owned by a billionaire, just like you have BKC, which is owned pretty much by Ambani's, and you have a place very close to BKC now, which is Dharavi, which is now going to get developed by Adani's. Now, my question to the Adani team would be, is this idea coming from an angle of CSR? Because I've heard about their efforts to redevelop, to give them a better life, to you know, to transform Dharavi into a smart or a nice urban place. So, is this stemming from a CSR activity, or is it a pure business angle? Because Adani has so basically there is a special purpose vehicle created between Adani and the Maharashtra government, where Adani owns 80% and Maharashtra government has only 20% stake. So who actually is calling the shots? That is my first question. Secondly, if Adani is taking all the shots, if he is doing everything as per his stake in this special vehicle, then how is government really acting in terms of ensuring that it is taking care of the E and the S? So so when we talk about ESG, E stands for environment, S stands for social, and G stands for governance of social and environment and social. So who is taking care of the governance? So is Maharashtra government really taking care of the governance part of environment and social? Because just like Abipsa spoke some time ago about moving the residents of Dharavi to Deonar and the salt pans between Kanjur Marg and Mulund. So I've personally seen these places. So you are talking about moving millions of people from a highly dense slum area to a place which is highly toxic. First of all, on what basis are these people being moved? How are you going to ensure that, okay, these are the people who are going to go to Deona, these are the people who are going to go to Mulund? I mean, how are you doing this segregation? Because you're not giving an equal or a safe or a healthy hygienic place for everyone. So how are you maintaining that standard? Or how are you going to harmonize the living standards for all of these when you relocate them from Dharavi for the redevelopment purpose? Secondly, you're talking about one of the top 22 hotspots of methane emissions, that is around 6,000 kgs of CO2. I'm not sure about the figure. I need to revisit that. But then you're relocating them to an unhealthy or an unhygienic place again. So a lot of questions unanswered in terms of how they plan. So there is not even a transparency in terms of how they plan to ensure job security for these people, because they are rack pickers. So if you move them away from Dharavi, what is the basis of they are earning? Because they pretty much are earning a livelihood being in the place where they presently are. So I have these questions. Also, most important thing, Adani is, of course, his own business. He is going to look at numbers. Dharavi right now per acre, the land cost is somewhere around 300 to 500 crores. It's a gold mine for him. So it is a purely commercial transaction that I'm looking at, where he's relocating people for his own personal benefit, and that's where I stand. So I need some answers.
Okay, you need some answers. Let's see if researcher gives you academic people.
Hello.
Yes, Vedit, go ahead.
Yes. So, as an academia, I'll not be taking anyone's side here, but there are some facts which I want to uh, go through. So, this is regarding the Dharavi redevelopment project. But how many of them knows that Dharavi handles 80% of the Mumbai's dry waste, recycling and circular economy practices. So, what will be the stand of government or the company involved in redevelopment? What the people will be doing till the redevelopment or the development is finished at that site, and they are shifting them to Deonar, as everyone in that environmental list have mentioned. So I think Deonar is, as far as I know, Asia's largest slaughterhouse. Yeah, so they are relocating people to that place. So how it is valid moving moving people from one slum area to another some toxic place? So how the company are defending that? And also, taking the company's side, they have promised some of the things to the people, that they will be providing improved housing, then the education for the people, they will be planting tree and eco-friendly infrastructure, and above all that, they are trying to be transparent for the people, that we have allocated that company, that is DRPPL, that is not directly headed by Adani. So it will be headed by an IS officer, that is, I think, uh, if I'm not wrong, it is SVR Srinivas, who is a 91 batch IS officer, who will be heading that. He is the CEO of DRPPL. So they are trying to be transparent, and they are trying to gain the uh, trust of the people. And as an third person perspective, sir, I think it's more of a image game going on. So if there was another company other than Adani, maybe it was Tata or Vedanta, then I think the debate must be not that much. So I think that's the problem with the company.
Adani is notorious for environmental violations.
Yes,
Uh,
and their past record is also like supporting this. So
okay, let's listen
how they are going to defend themselves?
Good. Let's go to, we will start the rebuttal. Just give everybody a chance first, and then we will go to rebuttal. Please note your points, whom you want to rebut. Take his name or her name and
Sure,
then rebut. That's the rebuttal.
sure.
Now, coming back to the last participant, which is government. And government will have a duty, yeah, every time they have to jump in. So go ahead.
Well,
Going.
there are a lot of
Okay,
questions.
Divakar ji, you can
Yeah,
go.
yeah, okay. Fine.
No, you can go.
You go ahead, please.
Okay. Coming the perspective as the project is already approved. So the government role is to now to defend on that aspect. So I'm starting with that one phrase that it is the one of the largest informal economy in the world. There is a location wise if you see, because it has a 10,000 crore of the market for the every year. The place is covering around more than 250 hectares and having a population size of the 10 million, around 1 million, so the 10 lakh people are staying here there. And they are not having the adequate infrastructure, kind of a water network, the sewerage network, and they are mostly running with the open drains are running along that area. So that is causing a major case of the health issues for them. They are now being exposed to the environment where they are facing a called typhoid kind of cases day by day. And the setup they are having, it's a low line area basically. It's not a very high line higher altitude location as compared to the other area. So it's a low line area. It's prone to the flood aspects. So the redevelopment project is coming in the way that the the the, the sanitation aspect and the flood control systems has to be implemented so that the place will have a better flood management system, better water supply system, better the waste management facilities. So the way that the project is looking into that, it will be urban infrastructure development project in a vision for the modern Mumbai on an integrated solution for sustainability, economic prosperity, and the social upliftment. We are not just creating a platform where the commercial thing will be happening. We are also creating environment where the will be aspects so that the youth will be trained and they get the jobs, because whenever the redevelopment projects are happening, it will create a multiple jobs also in that area, and that there would be a new job opportunity. So that to accommodate that new job opportunity, we will be training those youths of that area so that they in a longer perspective. Coming to the aspect of the rehabilitation, basically what I heard till now, that the number I'm not saying here because I got the figure of the 40%. Whatever the residential area they are going to build, the 40% it will be for the lawful landowners. In the migrants are living there, and those illegal immigrants are not the sole owner of that property, so that's why they will be not getting benefited at that property. But the government is planning to resettle them to the another area where they will be compensated either in the form of monetary value, or they might be getting the settlement whatever the situation would be there. Thank you from my side.
Another point I would like to add from the government perspective is
You will have a
like
chance. You will have a chance again because third group will be coming and there is no much person. So just let me engage everyone and then we will come back. CEO, the third CEO.
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Go ahead, Badge.
Okay. So I hear you all. I heard the government. I thank you all the government representatives who are in this very important project. And as you all are aware, we are relocating people to those slums, from the slums to different places where you feel that they are not environmentally friendly, and it may cause other health issues and methane and other concentration is more there. But we guarantee that we have different systems in place to address that while you temporarily move to that place. And when we build this project, it's going to be massive. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be a transformation for in terms of livelihood. It's going to be a transformation for your children, and the children who are staying there. Better schools, better hospitals, better infrastructure. The So the whole economy is going to multiply um, many times compared to the current uh, economy that is booming there. So what we are doing currently is that once we move the people to those different places that they are located, and considering it's a huge population and we cannot, we found that only those two places are suitable to accompany such a large population, about 10 lakh people. And we will be having some systems and mechanisms in place to say monitor the air quality and water quality, and we'll have better medical camps and temporary setups in place to address all the health issues. And also, we will make sure that there is a proper grievance mechanism in place. So, people who are more temporary to that place will be able to have reach out to the point of contacts that they are given. And I'm sure we'll make sure that there is no issues for once we move there. For that, too, it's a temporary time that we'll be moving there, and till we complete this project. Yeah, that's it for now.
Very good. Okay. So let's go to environmental activist. He spoke like a CEO. I will do everything possible on earth. Very good, Mitch. Very good. Okay, environmental activist, the third environmental activist.
Thank you, sir.
That's the passion. That's the passion you need. You will see whoever will show that passion will be winner at the end. Go ahead.
So, sir, this project uh, encompasses around 600 acres of the land with redevelopment planned for 296 acres. And the population which is residing in Dharavi is around 10 million. Uh, and the studies say that 8,50,000 residents are staying. And but if we go to the actual facts and figures, this will surpass 10 million as well. But Adani, the survey data representatives, they have not calculated the exact numbers. They have taken some facts and figures before. For example, they have considered 50,000 to 1 lakh people who were staying there before 2000 uh, year. Uh, 2000 year 2000. So before whoever was staying, they had valid documents, so they will be relocating them in the Dharavi uh, renewable project itself. But what about 1 lakh to 10 lakh people who are whom we cannot say that they are illegal immigrants, because they are also Indian citizens. And and this is a very prime location. I have been to this area. I have spent 15 years in Mumbai, and this is a very posh area, very prime location, financial hub, we can say that. And many MSME companies, many small scale uh, enterprises, developers, so they are staying there, they are doing business there, and it will be very difficult for them if they are being shifted to Deonar or Mulund. And coming on to these areas, these are dumping grounds, and as per CPCB guidelines, uh, these are banned for any type of construction activities for at least 15 years. So if even if they are stopping dumping of the waste products over here, then it will take at least 15 years for any redevelopment to be happen. So on the name of redevelopment, this is, I would say that uh, they are they are very money minded, and they are just going for their maximum profits. Half a acre plot, which was used for tourist bus parking at the Dharavi Nature Park, they have also occupied it. They have taken it from the government, and the government is also giving them undue advantages. And so overall, justification is to be done. Rules and regulation laws are there to give the citizens what they deserve. Through this redevelopment program, the citizens
whoever are residing there, they are not, majority of them, they are not given due justice what they want, sir.
Hello, Mr. Praveen.
Yes, Govardhan.
See, it's not that we have not taken anything. We have taken the survey, okay, and Maharashtra government and Mumbai
Govardhan,
Municipal Corporation.
we will have a debate, but that needs to be started by
Yeah,
Vivek,
yeah.
sir.
Just give me 1 minute, Govardhan. He's jumping. He's in passion. Good stuff. Give me 2 minutes. That's it. Who is the last one? Government, of course, only one person is there. But we,
Divakarji.
yeah. I can't. Oh, Achha, he's pending. Okay, Divakarji, go ahead. Your message.
Okay, it is a government's uh, vision for providing residential facility to the poor people. And government of Maharashtra is awarded this contract to Navabharat Mega Developers Private Limited, which is the area covers around 256 acres of land. So somebody was talking about the environmental issues. I want to quote that this area which was selected doesn't cover under CRZ1 zone, which is specially restricted for the wildlife and ecological, very ecologically important area. It falls under CRZ2 zone, which during reenactment of this law 2019, it has been relaxed for accommodating or give construction a facility for a party as so that the people can be can have housing facility. But there is a good point. Excuse me. Sorry. But for the activists, there is a very good news for them. They have raised PIL in Bombay High Court, which asked both government and the party to give response on provide response on the violation. They have said that some rules have been violated. There is no environmental impact assessment being conducted, and CRZ norms, coastal regulation zones norms have been violated. That court has taken into cognizance, and they have issued notice to both government and the party to reply within 4 weeks from March 2025. So there is a good point. And I think government is taking a lot of dialogue. There is a lot of dialogues happening with the stakeholders for relocation. I am sorry, our phone is disturbing me. There's a lot of dialogues happening with the stakeholder as well as the company to relocate the people in a proper environment and provide them the appropriate capacity building opportunities for job opportunities, availing job opportunities, and EIA is on the way as the dialogue is going on. Probably the site where they will be relocated, a proper EIA will be done, and proper steps will be taken to reduce the methane emission. Someone is pointing out that. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Okay, so we have opened the debate now. Everybody start the camera. Let it be full-fledged, at least for next 20 minutes, 10 minutes,
Sorry
15.
for the interruption, sir. I couldn't add my point,
Yeah, so
although it's my
please,
okay.
please go ahead.
Although it's my bad, I couldn't attend yesterday's class, but still, I just wanted to add one small point in that because yes, of course, it's a very bold point,
Why don't you
step
start your
to.
camera?
No, sir, actually, network is very poor. In Rajasthan, actually, from last 15-20 days, the weather is very poor. It's raining and
Okay,
so
yeah,
thunderstorm
go ahead
going on.
with your point. Go ahead
So
with
the thing is, yes, of course, it's very bold step to think about such a strong that Dharavi. Of course, it's a very huge project and it will be very difficult. And for a time being, definitely it will satisfy many 17 sustainability goals. But for the time being only, because I feel it's strongly important to connect them with the livelihood as well. Because I have seen like in Can Energy, or now it's a part of Vedanta that in Badmer, they paid a really huge amount to the people to get their lands. But now they are back to the square. They have nothing in their hand, not even their lands actually. So my strong point that if we talk about the development, it should not be only the relocation. They should connect it with the livelihood also. And of course, there are numerous businesses are going on. So they should connect them with some, business or job skills. They're already skilled actually. So, real development will come with the livelihood. That I strongly believe. So, yeah, that's it.
very good, very good. Okay, so we have everyone now contributed. Debate is open. I think let's keep everyone in the same room because a lot of passion is flowing on. Everyone start your camera. Just for let me take a 5 seconds. This will go in history of yours being starting a new journey. So everyone at least start your camera quick. Let me take that one good photograph of your debate day. 5, 4, 3. Oh, my camera is not on. No, just a minute. What is this? My camera itself is not on. No, just a minute. Okay. Sorry. Let's see if it works. Now again. Okay. Let's go with, yeah, quadrant. 5, 4. Everyone give a thumbs up. 3, 2. Vasist is not there. 1. Okay. That goes. Now, it is open. Anybody can go behind anyone. You have 30 minutes to go. Go
So
ahead.
I would like to highlight 2 points that were pending. One is a point set by Vineet. No, Vineet, or I don't know who said this point. If it is a CSR or a personal, like pure business proposal, and
Deepak.
regarding ownership of land. So I'd like to clarify that the land is not transferred as a ownership. It is only development rights. That is why it is 80% with Adani, as they would be investing a huge sum of money into the project, and
And
20% stays with the government.
what is the goal? Why are they doing this? If it is not for business, what are they planning to earn from out of this project? Right? Because Adani is known to invest in places that can reap him good benefits, right? Secondly, to also mention, this is a toothless tiger. The government is a toothless tiger because it has absolutely failed in terms of governance. The reason why, I have two reasons for this. One is when it comes to the CPCB violation, Central Pollution Control Board, right? They have clearly said that the relocation is in violation of the CPCB rules because there is no school, hospital, residences that can be within 100 meters of a closed landfill. But the Deonar landfill is not even closed, it's an open landfill. First thing. Second thing, like I mentioned earlier, there was an 80-20% arrangement where 80% of the stake is owned by Adani and 20% is owned by uh, the Maharashtra government. They form an SPV and they rename that SPV just to show that there is no government. It is a private project and not a government project. First thing. Secondly, the Deonar project or the relocation to Deonar or the other locations was a decision taken by Adani and not by the government. So where is the government angle or where is the governance when it comes to relocating people? So just like we had Nitya or someone mention about connecting people to livelihoods. So what is government's role? I mean, there is an absolute disconnect between the entire between the two main parties that have come together to develop, but I see an absolute disconnect, and not even disconnect, rather they've given ultimate control to Adani to to take it forward the way they want. So two questions: what is Adani going to earn from out of this? Second, what is government exactly doing? Because even Divakarji mentioned that we are talking to stakeholders, EIA is going to be done, everything. But why wasn't it done earlier? Because you're dealing with people, right? They're already earning their livelihood. They've been living in harsh conditions. In fact, I'll also read out the present conditions that they are facing from out of a research paper. So the problems that people currently are facing in Dharavi is overcrowding, lack of access to clean water and sanitation, poor hygiene, and high disease rates. So when they are already suffering from this, Adani, instead of the government, as in the newspaper, you've given an interview, you clearly mentioned that, oh, no, government, we've had no role. It's purely Adani who's taken the call when it comes to relocating people. So if you're relocating people with an existing issue and you're relocating them to to a similar place of unhygiene, I see no purpose in the redevelopment.
Yes, so like you said, I would like to highlight, like you have highlighted similarly, they're staying in a very bad condition currently, and that is exactly what the government is trying to improve. And regarding another question, why Adani? Basically, there were only three bidders for this project. It was Adani, DLF, and Sri Naman Group. And according to the whatever the bid was, Adani was the highest bidder, and that is why they have qualified. If it was Tata or any others who would be the highest bidders in that case, they would have been qualified for the project. Yeah,
Even one
Amit,
of the
what?
Dubai party also bid for it before and it went fail, and then this is now Adani has won the bid. And secondly, for the Diona landfill, they are not developing on the part which is active. They are developing on the part which is declared as non-active, and it is under consideration for the tender by BMC for Swachh Bharat Mission 2.0. So after all the scientific measurements they will be taking, after all the clearance from the CPCB, and also are also considering the gas venting system, and then only they are going to develop it. So for any MSW site, there are always CPCB guidelines that when the MSW site is not into action or is not now suitable for dumping, it goes into redevelopment, or it goes into the other aspects where they create something for the leisure, or here they are considering for the redevelopment. Otherwise, there are norms that when the site doesn't fit for the dumping, they have to create a kind of garden or something, leisure thing, and cover it up. After considering all the leakage management and other scientific operations are clear.
Deepak, coming to your point of the SPV of the
was
project.
considering
Yeah.
Deepak's words, but thing is like Deepak, 93% of Dharavi is on government's encroachment land. It's not a settlement which is being registered. It is an encroachment. And second part,
It's a major vote bank also. So if you're saying
yeah,
government encroachment,
might be,
while I have official records, right?
might be over that. But second part, Dharavi owns Maharashtra's biggest leather tanning industry, which is completely polluting all the Maharashtra. And also, there are some good things. I even appreciate that. That it is one of the biggest non-regulated and non-systematic economy in Maharashtra. But it is the hub for naphtha smuggling, and also not able to understand why environmental activists are supporting.
It is unfair to only target Dharavi as a major polluter when you have major
well
companies
done.
polluting, right?
Yes, I don't care.
And here I
Hmm.
they said my first sentence was that
బయలుదేరుతున్నా.
it's not really an environmental issue. Govardhan, you will have to mute. He muted. Okay. So it's not really an environmental issue, as we were discussing. It's a moral issue. It's a human rights issue. When we were talking, when this redevelopment is plan is going on, redevelopment does, if you are घर लेना एक चीज है, लेकिन अपना कारोबार लेना दूसरी चीज हो जाती है. So the problem lies there. The livelihood, as Nitya was talking about, she was very right about that. About 10,000 MSMEs work in Dharavi area, and as of as we were Omkar and all of them were talking कि अलग अलग उन्होंने दिया. ठीक है, अदानी की बात नहीं करते, अदानी एज अ कंपनी नहीं करेंगे. I'm not gonna talk
But
what is
they
their.
are also offering rehabilitation for the commercial sites as well. They have stated.
If as Praveen he was talking about, in उनमें वो बहुत सारा regulations बनाया. The people living for minimum
But
like 25 years or more than 25 years with proper documentation, only those guys, and the ones living in the ground floor, मतलब अपना plot area है
Abhip
उनका
sir,
होगा.
Abhip
So
sir, I
to
like to
Abhipsa,
add
I
here.
would also here
Yeah,
highlight the fact that all
uh,
most of the MSME or other businesses, mainly like kabadi walas and recyclers, they are mainly the kabadi walas are illegal, not the legal one as well.
yeah. Coming to the Bhumika points, basically, Abhip sir, everyone like to have a dignity of living, and if you see the Dharavi case, they don't have a proper area to live. It's
See, that's
not a
the
hygienic.
point. That's
So
a
that
municipal issue.
Well,
That's a
well,
municipal issue.
Amit,
see,
I
Or
want to
to
reinforce one of your point, that is 256 acres salt pen land is a property of Indian government of India, Indian government,
yes,
and it was under the Ministry of Commerce. Now they have handed over the land through some process. They have handed the land over to Maharashtra government. So entire habitat is, I think, it is a encroachment issue.
so for a matter of fact, and to cover, like not cover, add to Abhitsa's point. For a matter of fact, if you are aware, similar type of projects, not at this scale, a smaller scale. If you are aware of MHADA development, where smaller slum people living in smaller, I don't know if it would be right to call it a slum or anything. Uh, they are usually given a building or a property or a flat to stay in, and the rest of the area is developed for commercial purpose. But I would like to also highlight, from my personal experience, that these people who are given these properties rent it out to someone else, to immigrants especially, and stay in the slums.
yes.
So is it not right to keep a eligibility criteria and give them free housing only to those eligible? Otherwise, this would be an uncontrollable issue. It would be a population issue again in Mumbai, which
So
is already facing.
yes, okay,
So
Omkar. So I have here three questions for the CEO, for the government employee, and one for the environmentalist. For the CEO, I have like if they have surveyed the area they have selected for the relocation, and if they have all the permissions and guidelines given, so why this crying over is going on with the environmentalist? Why they are shouting at that place if it is perfect for relocation? Then for the government, Amit mentioned that they are trying to like figure out the legal owners of that land. So I think it is 10 lakh population. If there are 1 lakh the legal owner, then what the government is planning for the 9 lakh illegal owners, where they are going to? And if they are going to Deonar area, so that area is already facing multiple problems, multiple medical problems. So they will be like impacting medical hospital and indirectly the government machinery in that way.
I will
And
also add one point to
and,
Vineet's.
and the last
Mhm.
question, just to
Mm.
complete, Praveen.
Yeah,
Last
yeah.
question to the environmentalist. Do they have any sustainable plan or alternate plan for this? Do they can recommend any sustainable planning to the company or the government which can be implemented? So these are the three questions if they can answer.
Yes.
Sure. So,
Yes.
Yeah,
Omkar,
Praveen, go
Omkar
ahead.
Over
told,
here,
Omkar
there are
told about,
very less
yeah,
legal owners in Dharavi.
Yes.
93% of them are on encroachment lands. And as
can
you
anyone
said,
tell about
they,
what is legal and illegal if that is on the encroached area?
yes, exactly.
Having
If
the
they
documented
don't have
evidence.
any right to construct any property over there as per law, they are just encroaching the land that belongs to government. So that
Exactly.
So that means all are illegal residents. Then
is
why the
under encroachment.
favoritism is given to 50,000 to 1 lakh people only?
They are
Hello?
the legal landowners. Those who are legal landowners, they are being provided the household at the
So
development project. Those are not in that part. Suppose it's 9 lakhs. So they will be compensated on the market rate. If some are being accommodated at the different places, that they will be accommodated. If not, they will be compensated with the market rate. And these similar mechanisms have already been done in the different projects by the government. So that is not a challenge. The concern is only that the person has to come up and take the uh, perspective, what perspective they are going. And coming to the Vinith questions, basically
Yes.
for the environmental aspect, why the hue and cry is happening, why every the rules are being followed. It's basically the mindset, if you call mindset, or the kind of the packing of the communities, or the, you can say, the uh, uh, the societies that we call the civil societies. So they are backing the things so that the that could be make relevant in the market. That the case already being discussed earlier. Apart from Adani, if might be Tata would be there, or it could be some Mahindra would be there, other company. So that cannot the hue and cry may not be there. So it's because of Adani, then that's a Adani issue, not the project issue. Project
That's
is
a
basically
image issue. Yeah.
that's an image issue.
Yes.
So that is a perspective. Coming to your second question, basically, what is the just missing out?
It was for the government officials. What are the plans for the illegal immigrants?
Yeah, I already
Yeah.
highlighted that thing.
And
Well,
the
I
first
want
was
to
for
add.
CEO.
I want to add.
Yes.
Yeah, from the part of
Relocation.
CEO,
Yes.
I would like to
Relocation of.
answer that yes, all the clearances and all the environment regulations are being complied by the company. We are trying our best, but also we believe that transparency with the public, as it is a very huge project, we believe in the transparency of the project. But yes, as Amit said, people just cries about it without any core information. So I ask the question that whether, considering if the illegal construction is happening, if the illegal immigrants are given proper residential or not, we are definitely going to consider it from our point of view, and we are definitely going to give them proper residency. But have you done your own research on it? How you can claim such questions on my company without any proper research or any proof?
First thing is the
So
CPCB
yeah,
violation. The very
Bhumika,
first thing is the
Where is the
CPCB.
CPCB violation?
so
I already declared that beyond the
There is
line says
any
from
CPCB
110
violation
acres
has
is.
been taken at this site.
Okay, leave the violations or any other part. I'd just like to ask the activists, what do they think should happen to the Dharavi project in general? Like,
So
should it be left?
do environmentalists feel that giving them, letting the people live in the slum area is a better idea rather than redeveloping the infrastructure and giving them a standard of living?
we say that the justification should be done for all the people who are staying there, and they should be rehabilitated in Dharavi area itself. And
Okay,
I want to.
Have you
Mhm.
identified a better land for them?
so
Right?
Praveen,
Have you identified a
And
better land?
so
and as
Praveen,
Deepak was saying,
Also, to
Deepak,
answer Vineet, if we have any plans, environmental plans or better environmental plans that we have for Dharavi rehabilitation, I don't think so. Just like Dibakarji mentioned that stakeholders were consulted. I don't think
Yes.
stakeholders were consulted. Otherwise, there wouldn't be these issues. We are
no,
seeing these
And
issues. That is the reason why we are
The
Deepak,
highlighting.
project goes
yes,
to the
yes.
Secondly,
EIA
Well,
and
public is
EIA
and
I want
secondly,
to
no, no,
validates
intervene
hold
the
on,
here.
hold
I
on.
want to
In
intervene
Secondly,
here.
Mumbai, do we
secondly,
Deepak,
have a
public
Deepak,
is
better land or
I
we
want
have
secondly
to
enough
public
intervene
space
here.
secondly
to accommodate so many people?
public is trusting
Deepak,
government to take all the necessary
Deepak,
environmental
Because you
Deepak,
are saying that there is any
compliances in
other,
place.
land. That means you are just
and
picking up from one
and
place and just,
Deepak,
secondly
I want
dumping
to
to the
and,
step.
other worst place, other bad
and
place.
s-
Deepak,
That
Deepak,
can't be, na.
Deepak,
It should be sustainable, na. If you are
Deepak,
asking
Yes.
about development, so it should be done properly. It's not like there are no better land available. You
and
can't say
secondly,
that as a
a
I
slum.
think
small,
they should have
In the
no,
a
but
proximity
small
of
question to
Mumbai, do
so
you
Deepak.
think
have to
we
come
are
up with a
we
better
will be
plan.
able to find
So
a better land?
they're okay there only, na,
So
in that
Secondly,
if you
case. If you
can't
don't have any
find
better
a
place, so
better
let feel
see, if
like
you
that
can't
they are
find a
living
better
their life. It's
place,
okay,
that
na.
doesn't
Why
mean
you are
you place
changing that
people
place? If you don't have better
it,
plan or better place.
Deepak, a small question. You said you think
Yeah, and Vasist,
stakeholder consultation was
please
not
start your
there.
camera because your passion is not showing, even though questions are good. Nitya and Betch, you are not even participating along with Govardhan. So everybody should start camera. Now,
Acha, Omkar, you please
just
repeat the
one
question.
so
input I
it
have.
is
No, no, just a minute. Let me put one point in between and then you again go because I saw everybody was speaking on each other. एक question I will ask. Good, Vinith has done that part which I wanted to do. The question is this, and that is very pertinent question team is asking from CEO point of view. Do you think letting those people live in those slum area is a better solution than giving them one room, a proper chat to them? That's the question number one which CEO is asking. CEO is asking. Simple. Try to answer that, everyone. If you think that, irrespective of which area it is another slum. But right now they are in tin shed. Compared to that tin shed, living one each other, you seen the slums actually? How many of you
Yeah.
have seen the slums? Right? It we can fall just now in where? Dehradun, no, Shimla mein 5-story building has fallen. Just imagine outbreak when the COVID outbreak was there. The major challenge was Dharavi.
Dharavi.
Okay.
Right,
Now that's
right.
CEO is asking. Now let me go to activist and act as an activist and ask another question to others. Let's just imagine a situation that you are rehabilitating them and not rehabilitating even migrant laborers who had just came 3 years down the line. But they own a room there. They have purchased it from somewhere else. Some guy has sold him, right? It's not that they are living there free of cost. They own it. They are giving you the paper. If they are giving the paper, even though they live 2 years, why you are depriving them? What is the mistake that guy has done? He has purchased maybe in lakhs of rupees. Huh? You don't know the slum charges there. Okay. Third, activists can also see that putting them far away from the city. Dharavi is in center. Somebody was talking about it. It's in center. That guy can have a living wages triple than sending them to those Deepak was telling 3 areas. If you send them there, they have to commute, and these guys are the mostly daily wagers. इधर कहीं जाके वो सन का रूफ लगाता है, उधर जाके वो जिप्सम बोर्ड लगाता है. That's how they are working. They don't have a permanent job. Okay, and their kids might have that job. आपको मालूम नहीं कितने धारावी से बच्चे पढ़ के निकल रहे हैं, कितने बच्चे निकल रहे हैं पढ़ के वहां से, आपको नहीं मालूम है. So are you depriving them to being in the center of the jobs? That's the answer CEO and the government should give. Third, government. Government will ask a question to everyone, which somebody has asked. Tell me a better solution before you go from here today. Everyone, each of you, tell a better solution from your point of view. That what you think better and how you can alienate all these questions which are getting raised. Everybody will put that is their last pointer. Okay, when we will stop after that only. Everybody has to give their solution to it. That is government is asking, and government has every right to ask. Last but not least, academia. They have done several research, and such kind of shifting from slum to uh, you know slum to better places, academia should bring. And I'm asking, actually academia is asking to everyone, who has done what kind of research? Why don't you give me that references? कोविड में आउटब्रेक हुआ, कितना लॉस हुआ? एक्चुअली लेटर ऑन पीपल रियलाइज कि दोज पीपल वर मच मोर रेजिलियंट, क्योंकि वो तो रहते ही वहां पे डर्ट पे, एंड मोस्ट अनह्यूमन सिनारियोज। कोविड भी उनको ज्यादा इफेक्ट नहीं कर पाया। ऑफ कोर्स देयर वाज अ मैसिव गवर्नमेंट एफर्ट एज वेल, आई एम नॉट डिक्लाइनिंग दैट। एनजीओज भी आए थे, सबको मालूम था कि दैट दैट विल बी बॉम्ब फॉर मुंबई। इफ दैट हैपेंस, एनीथिंग हैपेंस टू धारावी, होल मुंबई विल कम टू स्टैंड स्टिल। यही सबके घर में जाके सुबह में खाना बनाते हैं, आपको मालूम नहीं है? वो जो डिब्बा वाले का बिजनेस है, इनकी वजह से है। या वो आपको लगता है कि उनकी वाइफ बनाती है वहां पे या हस्बैंड बनाते हैं? बिल्कुल नहीं। बोथ ऑफ देम आर इन जॉब, दे हैव नो किड्स, सो दीज पीपल आर मेकिंग फूड फॉर देम एंड डब्बा वालास आर कैरिंग टू देम। सो माय क्वेश्चन एज academia is, why don't you cite references? Bej से special question है, because Bej has committed everything. I will do this, I will do that. Yeah. So tell me, have you looked into that? That's the last question. So everybody, when they will conclude, this is the expectation I have. Go ahead, fight with each other. I don't mind it.
One
Also,
question
sir,
to
I would
before
like
Deepak.
to
everyone,
One
add.
small question to
Also, sir, I
Deepak.
would like to add.
One small question to Deepak.
can I?
For Deepak, I have an answer. Why DNR landfill? Because as mentioned earlier, 110 acres have been declared for the repurpose by the government. And why not repurpose the land when we have it in the proximity of Mumbai? You don't get such 100 acres of land easily. So if you have an alternate option, do provide.
Are you are we mentioning, just to quote or rather directed to a government and any team, are we mentioning, because asked if I have a better mental plan in hand, I am only voicing out the issues that the people are facing, because I have people coming to me and raising issues with me, and I'm being the voice for them. Me, Praveen and Abipsa being the voice for them. First thing. Secondly, if you want us to be involved in the environmental planning process, we will be more than happy to sit across the table and have this discussed over the period of time to actually resolve each and every roadblock that we foresee. Right, before any project, before you start any project, you look at a feasibility report, you also look at the roadblocks, you look at environmental clearances. So my question is, are you mentioning, or anyone who questioned me right now, are you guys mentioning that you started such a big redevelopment project without even considering any kind of environmental impact or social impact, that you're now coming and asking the environmental activists to suggest something better?
Just to
So if you
clarify,
have a better plan, then why did it fail? Why are we having these issues today?
just to
And secondly,
clarify on
when
Deepak, the project is not yet started. There's a PIL filed in the Supreme Court, and there is an escrow order on this. So the property and whatever the capital is stays with a third party, neither the government nor anyone else, until this is cleared. So it is not yet started.
okay,
Also, I would
okay.
like to ask one simple question. You said you think stakeholder engagement was not done. So do you think, or is it not done entirely? Just a clarification on that.
So if you say that stakeholders are involved, you should mention whoever all were part of the deciding committee or whoever made this master
Exactly. Have
plan.
you made it public?
Yeah.
Exactly. Who are the
Karthik and Deepak.
stakeholders?
Karthik, clarify on that. Whenever any project being go for the EIA, there is a public consultation happens, and it's multiple round of public consultation happens. So for this project, it's also happens, and all the public major stakeholders has been discussed. If you are the part of the stakeholder, you must be informed on that aspect. Whatever the decisions, whatever the environmental impact is going to happen, whatever the actions government is going to take in, whatever the actions the company is going to take in, what environmental upgradation program to be taken up, that all has been discussed during that public consultation meetings, and that has been communicated to the public forum also. Not only by the meetings only, it has been displayed on the Adani portals, government websites, and public news also.
So basically,
Amit,
Dharavi vote bank
one
is being taken into confidence, is what you're saying.
yeah, Amit, one more question adding to that. You have said that public consultation has been done. So are the people of Dharavi taken into confidence before implementing such project?
As we see,
If they have been
Exactly, that
taken
was the
into
question.
confidence, then why this process is going on?
Yeah, definitely. All the 10 lakh people cannot be consulted.
Yes.
Always there is a sample. If you see in the research perspective, it's a sample. So
Yes.
that whoever is being participated in those meetings, they were consulted and they were make consensus on that part. So we cannot claim that the 100% people has been consulted and that they all agree on that thing.
Yes.
And never in infrastructure project we cannot go for the 100% consultation. All
There
across
is
the
a-
world, you
So
cannot
in
have
that
the
case,
same
so
thing.
in that case, if that data can be published or to the people that these stakeholders from between within them have been consulted and they have taken the permission or
It's
given their
already published. It's a
consent.
part of the EIA report. It's already published. You can find it on the MFCC website whenever the EIA
EIA
is
is still
provided
not
to the
conducted,
company.
right?
Yeah,
But
EIA has
EIA
been
is still not
conducted for
conducted,
the
right?
no, EIA has been conducted for the Dharavi development project.
It is not conducted for Deonar.
Yeah, it is not conducted for Deonar.
It is in,
As well as for
they
Mulund,
are
Mulund site
considering.
also, it is not yet conducted.
Yes.
And in the survey, 8,500 households were taken, and most of them they were not favoring with this type of a project. Whereas the government was in favor because they wanted huge sum of money and the redevelopment part. So the government had to play a role of ESG. The G plays a very important role in that. So government had not done the survey in a proper way what they had to do, and when the people were not happy, they were required to take steps in. And
Okay,
the
so if
tender
we
what
say
they
the
are doing,
proper way, it has been defined under the rules. So whatever the rules that we have defined under the EIA, that has been taken care. So if you are claiming on that, the PIL will justify that thing. Whenever the Supreme Court judgment will come, that will justify that part, whether the rules has been followed or not. Because that matter is sub judice, we cannot discuss on that part.
And
Okay,
it is a
last
standard process to it is a standard process to consider a representative of the public for stakeholder consultation. We cannot just consider everyone and anything else. The whatever the consent person is selected by the public to go and represent as a stakeholder representative.
so
Yeah.
those people
No
are not given any
wonder.
stake. 80% to
No,
Adani, 20% to government. Where is the representation?
No.
They are not
That
given
is
stake.
SPV part. That is SPV
no
part.
wonder it has gone into PIL. No wonder it has gone into PIL. If there was proper stakeholder consultation, this issue wouldn't
They
have
don't
happened.
have a voice to
PIL
say.
can have a for any case. You can go for the PIL for any case whenever
Yeah.
you feel suited. It's not that if public has not been consulted, then you can go for the PIL. Even for
That
the
way they have
after the
It is
consultation.
open. It is open. But then you
Yeah,
hit a
it's open.
roadblock, right? You hit a roadblock.
Every development project had a roadblock.
Has a roadblock.
And the government roles and your society, civil society role has to tackle those roadblocks. It's not
Let's not talk
every
about
time we have.
government's role. With a 20% stake, let's not talk about government's
Look,
role.
let me clarify on that part.
Especially
Let me
when
clarify on the
Adani is playing by
20%
its own
aspect.
rules.
No, let me clarify on that 20%. Basically, it's a SPV. We call the special purpose vehicle. Because the project has to be implemented, someone has to invest. Government cannot invest alone for that perspective because 80% money is being brought by the Adani. So they are raising the funds from the market. They are bringing that fund to the projects so that they are bringing the 80% part of that thing. Coming to the profit aspect that earlier you raised, basically they will be getting the return from that project to the services. Not that from there all the selling they will be doing, because the project cost is more than what they are investing. Even the government, what is the
Project cost,
relocating and
the project is valued at 23,000 crore, and this has faced opposition. And the real price for this project is way less than compared to what it has been quoted, and this is giving undue advantage to Adani Group.
project has not been
It is not valued at 23,000 crore.
Yeah.
The bid is finalized at 23,000 crore.
Yeah.
No, the bid was finalized at
The bid was finalized
5,035
for
crore.
5,000.
That
Yeah.
was the starting.
5,000.
That was the starting, just to attract more bidders into the system. The price was
No,
set at
bid is above little above 5,000 crores.
Yes. Bid was finalized. The total estimation cost of the project is 23,000 crore approximately over the span of 17 years.
So
Keeping
I
keeping
have
all
a
aspects
question.
aside,
I have a
keeping
question
all
for
aspects
the
aside, how are we addressing these social issues that
so
we foresee? What is the plan that Adani has? Or
I have a question to the
Yeah,
government
as I
official.
said,
Amit just now said that Adani is bringing the 80% of the money. So the land is owned by the government, right? You have mentioned that the land
Yes.
is owned by
Yes,
the
yes, yes,
government.
yes.
So take an example. I own a land and someone is getting money to build a house at my land. So I'll give 80% ownership to them.
No,
Yeah,
we
that is
didn't given the ownership.
they are
It is
giving
on
development
MSME.
rights,
For the
It's
not
only the
ownership.
development rights. They will be developing the property, not the owning the property.
yeah, for the project. But
Yeah, for the project.
you can play your role, na? You can play your role.
So we are playing our role.
So like you are getting the 20% partnership in the project, right?
The government has to have a partnership in the project
But
because
you
it was a government
Public-private
land.
partnership.
but
It's a
you
PPP model that project
you should have
will,
you should have or you can increase your stakes, right?
the government
Increase
has to
what?
invest more on that part. So that's why we are bringing the market money into the projects instead of government putting all the money.
Okay, okay. So we are going towards closer now. We have already crossed 9:30. So I want everybody to now make closing statements. Clear? Go ahead, one by one. So who wants to lead the pack?
yeah, I'll go
Yes.
first.
Okay, go ahead, Pech.
So, see, I heard you all again, and I think again and again the questions that keep coming. Um, we are a responsible corporate citizen, and since we are investing so much of money, I'm sorry.
Go ahead,
I
go
just
ahead. Go ahead.
so I think I should turn off the videos. Yeah. So, see, we are a responsible corporate citizen, and we make sure that whatever is being invested um, in this project is 100% utilized properly for the benefit of the people, and it is going to be a win-win situation for all of us, not just Adani or the government. Or it's going to be a win-win situation for all of us, all the stakeholders involved. And what the world is going to see is that a huge project has been developed in India and it's going to be an example for many other developing countries. Uh, yeah, and we have done a lot of slum development projects, but this is massive. This is huge, and 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 the people are going to definitely benefit out of it. See the in terms of livelihood, and the children are going to get proper school educations, and the health system is going to improve, and the water, name it, all of it. It's like a power packed project, and all of it is included in it, right? So I feel that we all should join our hands together and make sure this is a successful project. Thank you.
So,
CEO has a speech.
from the government's side, the closing statement. So, I'd like to say this project is under full review, and we are considering public's insights as well. Anyways, we are not here to favor any one group, and we are here to transform lives, though. But let's remember that there's no transformation without balancing environment and whatever the legal processes are, and people staying in the Dharavi area. But Dharavi does deserve progress with dignity and keeping environment in mind as well.
Good point.
From environmentalist point of view, this is a very prestigious project, not only for Adani, but for the entire country, because this can become one of the great examples for the whole world if it is done in a justified way. And environmental impact assessment should be done for the DNR and Mulund uh, for these dump yards, dump zones, uh, and the rehabilitation should be done. Priority should be given to the Dharavi area because many people are living their livelihoods over there, and rehabilitating to far places will have impact on their livelihoods as well. Uh, and proper ESG should be followed in this so that all the stakeholders are happy and justice should be given.
Good stuff.
Can I speak as a government representative? Yeah, this project is we can view as a dream project for accommodating all the poor people in the proper residential facility. And as Vivek has already told that they are living in under tin sheds. And if you provide a single room, concrete room, pakka room to live in, which one is better? Yes, definitely. One room is better than this tin sheds. And government is backing it backing in legally also. During 2024, they have relaxed the rule absolutely for carrying out developmental activities in the form of residential constructions and all in this CR2 zone. Already I've mentioned CRZ2 zone, and Dharavi is part of that. And as a forest officer, I would like to say that whenever illegal immigrants or illegal settlers are removed from one place to other, only a basic facility is given to them until and unless government schemes are being implemented there to get the settlers get the proper facility. That time has to be given to us, and government should also, and government is doing stakeholder discussions regarding employment opportunities, and the government is always concerned about the citizens, whether they're poor or rich. So they're also having consultations with other academia and reactionary groups, so that a proper strategy can be developed to accommodate those people for their employment, education, etc. So I think this project should be supported.
Good point. Very good point.
Yeah.
Vinith.
So just want to end now. What I think as an academia, like third person. So what I observed is there should be bridging people from all these sectors, from the company side, from the environmentalist group, and from the government side, who can take people into confidence and who can assure them that the people won't be left behind and they will be given a proper place, proper life. So taking into confidence the people, that will make the project more impactful, what I think. So I think there should be multiple peoples who should bridge with the people of Dharavi.
Good thought process. I was worried that you will ask a question.
No.
Okay, go ahead. Who's summarizing? Deepak.
Praveen has covered my points.
No. Everybody has to do a closing statement. Quick.
Okay. So from my side, it's a great project. Keep stakeholders, keep address your social issues. Social issues are very important because you have to connect these people. They are from an informal sector, and these are people who are not as well connected to the economy as we think they are. So there is a lot of confidence pumping that they need in terms of how we secure their livelihood, how we secure their families, how we ensure that uh, you know probably I could have a very a small place in Dharavi, but then if I end up hitting a jackpot tomorrow, how are you ensuring equity? So there are a lot of questions when it comes to the social angle in terms of redevelopment. Of course, EIA is an important step. Compliances are very important. As long as companies are ensuring that they are addressing all the issues and not just showing that they're engaging with stakeholders, but are actually on ground engaging with stakeholders, I think this project is going to be, it can be a precedent for a lot of other cities that may want to do this. Uh, I think I will leave it at that.
Well said. Well said. Good. And you are not ready to speak. Totally different point. Good job. Next one, Bhumika.
So my closing statement from the CEO point of view is, of course, Dharavi is not just a redevelopment plant. It's completely connected to the emotions of the people, especially Mumbai, and it highlights the one of the it is one of the highlight of Mumbai. So we do understand people resilience, people concerns, environmental aspects, everything. But yes, considering the developmental stage the country is in, we prefer to provide proper infrastructure and living standards to the people. Of course, as a human core, they are also our core citizens, and we definitely wish them their good. And so this project is being taken under consideration. Secondly, of course, we are not dismissing any of the concerns or problems that have been highlighted uh, from terms of social and environmental. We are taking crucial steps for all the compliances. We will make sure that after all the compliances are being done and after all the safety measures are taken, the project gets commenced and people gets a proper living standard, not just from the economic point of view, but from the emotional point of view as well. Also, we are trying our best for the illegal immigrants as well to give them not exactly what the legal will get, but give them equivalent standard of living and locations uh, from our side. This will be our best and put forward step for them. And so yes, all the scientific measures will be taken care of. As a company, we promise a very good future for Dharavi and Mumbai.
Very good. Very good. A CEO has spoken. I think CEO of Adani Redevelopment should come and watch this video very soon. And he will do it. Trust me. Now, Amit, go ahead.
From the government side, basically, going to provide the closing remarks. Starting with the quote, India is moving toward the Viksit Bharat by 2047. So, aiming that very ambitious target. So, we have to take up some strong steps, building a nation where everyone has a good life, good living standards. So, in that perspective, Dharavi has been chosen because the people living there were not having that adequate infrastructure, not facility, not neither the environmental conditions, not the schools, colleges. So the project will enable them to have a better place to live. They will have a better place to have a economic prosperity, not just a living space. They will be also having a commercial spaces. From there, they will be getting their earnings, so that they will have a good livelihood also connected for the future. And the children will be getting the good schools infrastructures, and moreover the community will be given a benefits on the equity basis, and not someone will be getting favored for just for the they are coming from a different background. So that aspect will be looked into, and the government will be moving in a very transparent way. All over the progress will be made, that will be communicated to the public as and when needed, and it will be a good project for Dharavi people. Thank you.
Well said. Well said. And just to clarify, 43% land is only for free for sale. Rest of the land remains for the people who are living there. Okay. So even though they will displace, there is some guarantee that few of them will get the option to take a house then and there itself. Okay. Good. Good job done. Who is next? Karthik.
So from the academic point of view, I see the facts, and I feel like yeah. So everyone has to yeah. So never mind. So the ultimate aim, it's not about a project. It's about the betterment of the people, especially to develop Mumbai overall. And there are a lot of places where we can focus before we go for redeveloping Dharavi. So compared to other places, Dharavi is like a high capex uh, project. So I just wanted to say some facts like the expected initial investment promise for this Dharavi project was around 5,000 crores. But if you see this DNR dump place, like to make it more, I mean, to stop it completely, the expected cost is around only 2,500. It's like half of the amount that is worth it. And I feel like if other places, like small projects could be initially completed first, and like there will be places where we can relocate the big masses from Dharavi, and there will be, I mean, with less objections from social activists as well as the people um, from Dharavi. And it's not just about moving them; it's also about providing them like job opportunities. Maybe after everything is done, there will be job opportunities created, but till that time, we need to provide them with more job opportunities. So if we can do mini projects like other minor projects in and around Mumbai, that might create these job opportunities for people in Dharavi, and that way we can slowly move these people also towards other places. So that's a possible way we can. That's a possible solution that I have come up with. Um, yeah. So ultimately our aim is to transform lives positively to increase the high standards of life. So by giving them an opportunity to contribute to different projects, may in a way drive them towards these high standards of life, where they get to work in some legal jobs and also may get a place in different places. So this is like an opportunity for them to move out of Dharavi and maybe find settlements in other places. So yeah, so this is my solution. This is my take on this Dharavi project.
Very good. Well put. Well put.
Yeah.
Just to add one more point, we should not ignore a fact that local representative of Dharavi must have taken the steps, enough steps to protect the Dharavi's people, because end of the day they have to get elected again, right? And they must have negotiated or got under whatever payments, etc., from both sides to settle the issue. So these kind of stuff, that job creation, etc., if that is provided, then we can eliminate Deepak's question relating to you are sending him to the really third grade place. But if they have a job opportunity there, why not? Good stuff.
Sir, you on mute.
Yeah. So who's Abhipsa? I think Abhipsa.
Yeah, mine is most of the points were added by Deepak and Praveen. And last point you also added कि as we were discussing is Dharavi, when we talk about development and redevelopment, जिसका हो रहा है उससे तो पूछो. When you are what you are doing, is it good for them? Whatever you think is good for them, they'll get better living conditions and all of that. That is good, and it has to be a collaborative effect, collaborative work to be done with all of the stakeholders and all of. And last, I'll add, it's a very ideal kind of a vision to we are seeing. So to make it a reality, we have to be थोड़ा छोटा करके थोड़ा धीरे धीरे शुरू करना है. As Karthik was talking about, we could say कि do a small part of Dharavi, not the whole of it. And last, what was it? Yeah, most of the time when development happens in any areas, it's the most vulnerable people who are at risk, and it is happening here also. So that shouldn't happen. That is wrong. And I'll end my
Very
point.
good.
Thank you.
Vulnerable people should be taken care of, irrespective of they understand what is happening or not. Somebody
Yes.
should protect. And here, non-governmental organization role actually becomes much more essential. So they should.
Yes, and lastly, the transparency aspect. We discussed a lot about that. There is no transparency. We are not seeing what is gonna happen, what are the plans, and how is it gonna go. As we were seeing, कि अभी तक कुछ हुआ ही नहीं है. It's like all in air and all. So that should be maintained.
Perfect. Good point. Thank you, Avipsa. Thanks, everyone. What a session we had. Every time I do this debate and it gets improvised. Today debate, trust me, it's a worth watching again. If you get time, go and watch it. Just see that how the passion flowed, how people have tried to answer, and everybody has put their answer with well-researched, inputs. So I liked it, and I hope a lot of other people will watch it very soon, and hopefully they consider you a part of that discussion in future. Thank you very much. With that, we have come to end to our session today. Going forward to see you tomorrow. And let's see what brings tomorrow for all of us. Take care. Bye bye. Good night. Well done. I am happy with the session today. Thank you.
Good night.
Bye bye.
Good night.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Good night.